In this video I'm going to answer a question that most of you have and ask me in the comments, that is, should I open the racket like that or should I start learning like this and then you play? And then I play. Basically, it depends on your goals. If you want to go to the tennis and approach like an easy sport and just have some fun and you don't like to learn, which I don't believe you are because you are watching this video, so you are not that person, just do that and it's so easy because you just do this and that, but you don't have progress and you will not play any better in the future. If you want to learn and if you want to get better and if your goal is to be a good tennis player, always start here, okay? And then from here, as you know, I teach here just because of the grip, to use the SemiWestern grip and to have the racket facing to the fence here. And I explain all of this in my courses. The course level 1 again is to teach the grip, to correct the common mistakes you are doing and to work on your footwork. And also if you have an Eastern grip, I teach also all how to change for Semi-Western grip, the mistakes you are doing, the mistakes you will do, and everyone does, so you are not different, you're gonna do the same, and it's a step-by-step. Course level 2 is just a top spin and open stance. You can check below in the description, doesn't matter here now for now, but basically if I start here, I can tell you already a bit that I start here because I wanna make sure you have the right grip, okay? And then in the future, if you are not using this technique, okay, if you really start here and if you apply my methodology and this method that works all the time and is going to work for you, you start here just to learn the grip and then the racket down, play and finish, and you really stop. But then in the future, first you never stop, the racket is continuously, you never stop the racket, the motion never stops, because you want more acceleration and more relaxation on your ball. And then second, you don't start always here. Sometimes instead of this you start with the racket here, sometimes you just open like that, because you need more loop, you have more time and you know how to play better, so you don't need to focus on the grip because you already know that no matter how you prepare, the grip is going to be there. And of course, if the ball is coming too fast and you don't have time, you need to open, okay, and then you go. But this is only if the ball is coming too fast, and even if it's coming too fast, sometimes you do a little loop like that, okay, but especially it's really fast and deep, you just open with the head of the racket down. And it's not just opening like that, it's opening with the head of the racket down because you want to brush the ball, okay? And if the ball is too low and not so deep, shorter, instead of just opening the racket down, instead of doing this, if the ball is shorter, instead of deeper, you do also a little loop with the racket lower and with your position lower, because the ball is low also and the loop is here. You don't go low with the racket high. It's not possible, or at least the quality of the ball is not going to be the same. You need to approach the net or move forward lower and doing a small and lower loop as well. For this video, these are the essentials. I want to tell you that every shot is different, and you need to do different loops, as I mentioned, depending on the speed and on the depth of the ball. But I also forgot to mention in this video that 85% of you are still not subscribed to this channel. So if you find value here and if you want to watch more content like that and more videos like that, subscribe and be part of this journey. We are trying to reach 100,000 subscribers and the silver play button. And also thank you so much for being here and for watching and starting to commenting more and more my videos. I really appreciate that. And about the loops and the preparations, except that if you have more time, you increase the loop of the racket. If you have less, you don't do so much loop. If the ball is too fast, you just open. If the ball is fast and short, you open and do a loop while you move. If it's too deep, I didn't mention, if it's too deep here, you just open. And then if the ball is coming with more spin and higher, you even can do this with the racket pointing straight like that, and you have more time, you're going to accelerate more, helping with your legs. If you have time but not so much, you can just do 1, 2 and play. And if you have even more, you can do 1 and go. This to say that, okay, you have many ways to hit your forehand, and all of these have the same exact grip. So this is the essential here. In the beginning, remember to catch the racket, because you need to make sure the head of the racket is straight. If you start learning tennis, or if you are a beginner and if you finish like that, is not correct the grip, you need to finish here. But then remember, when you are advanced player and when you play better, most of the times we even finish like that instead of here and here. But if you see, the racket is here, and sometimes we even do like that and our wrist is like this, okay? But we already played too good, and we already have the SemiWestern grip. If you try to finish like this in the beginning, just because we see me or another players doing this, you will change the grip, you will start playing with Continental, and actually Continental, it's easier to do that, and it's not what we want. We want you to make sure, I want you to make sure you are using the SemiWestern grip, and then naturally this will come. You will not work on this. Naturally it will come. When you want to do more topspin, when you want to open more angles, when you want to generate more power, I mean when the ball is bouncing, to bounce even higher you need legs, and you really need to accelerate here the, let's say, the wrist, okay, but it's also this muscle, the brachioradialis in your forearm, that allows you to accelerate more. The head of the racket is not exactly the wrist, but we all understand the wrist, and it's fine to say, because it's actually, I would understand the wrist when I was a kid, and it would be the thing that I would understand the fastest way is when you have the ball, slow, 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 and here to accelerate, that would be the easiest understanding for me in this case, and not talking about biomechanically. And also to say that one thing is the theory and what you learn online and what you listen, so many things, so many lags and this and that, but you don't need to know this. I never learn or never study on this, and the easiest way to explain this is I never work on my serve pronation, and I do that now. So I never focus on that in all my life. I didn't even know what is pronation until I started my, I don't know, my career as a coach, but not even in the beginning. Later, when I work with high competition, they worked a lot on kick, and I start to understand, okay, I really need to study a little bit more on that, and I bought a lot of books, I watched videos, but until then, I was national #1 under 14, 16 and 18, and I never knew about that. So you don't need to know everything, but now in 2025, I understand that adults, especially you, like to learn and to know more about the technique and about the footwork and about everything related to tennis. And when I was a kid, I was the same. I was like you. I was always reading more. I was always trying to learn more. I read all and every single book. I studied tennis in university. I wanted to know the reason why. I wanted to know more, and no one explained it to me, and I wanted to know. And I read a lot about the mental part of tennis, because for me is the most important thing. But yeah, you are here now, you are watching these videos, and I think it's all you need, because I'm gonna share everything every single day. I'm sharing videos and shorts, so you can learn a lot, because I already spend a lot. I already took so many hours in the past, dedicate so many hours to tennis, that this is, I think, what is supposed for me to do now, what is right, because if I study a lot and if this works, I think it's my work now, my job, to share this with you and to create and give value to you. That is my mission, I think, and I really enjoy YouTube. So again, you have my courses. I truly recommend to have a look at least, and to know. You have in the description the link, but the first one is technique, and the footwork is the essential, a little bit more boring, but also with drills to work the specific needs, like the non-dominant hand and the contact point drills for each one of these are amazing, and these you can work even if you are a coach or if you are a player. And you don't need coach to do this course, you don't need partner, you just need a racket and a ball and no materials. And then the second is about topspin, how to generate more topspin with drills that you can do alone, no coach, no partner. And also open stance, how can you start learning the open stance from scratch. And I don't mention open stance in the first course, because when you start learning tennis, you need to be sideways and not learning open stance, because you're gonna play facing the court, and this is not what we want. We want you to be sideways, and then only then you worry with the other things. So work the basics first. If you have any question, let me know. Let me know from where you are watching and what was your favorite part in this video. I hope you enjoyed this video, and I'll see you in this one right here. Thank you.